Hey everybody, happy Monday to you. I just wanted to say good morning and to tell you a couple of exciting things that I'm working on. So this is a painting that I did for a local amp company. They're actually an international guitar amp company called Hendrickson Amps. And they happen to be based right here in Colorado. And this is a painting that I did. You can just see it's just a 7x10 acrylic painting and ink. I used some ink because I love ink. It's like my new favorite medium to play with. And this is a close-up of the grill of their amp, which my husband is also a guitarist and plays through these amps. So that's sort of the connection. And I've gotten to know the family that started this company over the last decade or so since we've moved here to Colorado, and they're an incredible company. They're an incredible family, the Hendrickson people, and they make amazing amps. And this was a close-up of the grill of the amp that Peter has designed on one of his t-shirts as well. And I told him one night when we were together here in town that I loved the indigo color of this. It just really reminded me of my favorite indigo, African indigo and Lupus Lazuli blues that I love. So I decided to surprise him and do a painting of it, sort of an exact replica as best I could with my own interpretation of that grill. So this is the original, and I went ahead and placed an order from my print shop on watercolor paper and had it mounted just really simply to a foam core with a mounted back so that it can hang for Peter for his warehouse space where he builds these amps. And so this is the beautiful box that all of your products, my art, will be printed on, and comes in these amazing shipping containers really well. I sort of already opened this, but it comes really well mounted and taped and protected in every way when they ship and print. And so this is an 18x24 version of it. And as you can see, it's going to be really cool on a warehouse space where things are pretty, like, you know, pretty bland and, you know, industrial. So I'm going to surprise Peter with this today. He just had a birthday, and I think he's coming back from the NAMM show from Nashville today. So hopefully I'm going to just pop over, unless he sees this video. Peter, this is for you and for all your hard work and for the amazing work that you do in the music community all over the world. Which brings me to the next thing that I wanted to tell you about, which I'm super excited about, which is next year in September, I think it's the 9th through the 11th, don't quote me on that, it's the second weekend of September, here in Arvada, Colorado, Peter is going to be hosting the Rocky Mountain Archtop Festival, which is the t-shirt that I'm wearing. He did it one year really on a whim and planned it in just like 4 or 5 months, and it was a huge success. All these guitarists archtop guitarists descended upon our little Arvada town, and it was a huge success, and I was really excited to be a part of that just in a small way. My husband performed at it and just got to meet a lot of amazing artists. If you don't know, luthiers who build guitars, and specifically archtop guitars, but all guitars and any kind of music building instrument, whether it's violin or guitars, they're artists and engineers in their own right. They're just amazing people, and their instruments reveal that when they're played by these beautiful musicians, which is something that my husband does. He plays archtop guitar and plays fingerstyle jazz guitar, and so I have learned so much over the years from Peter and the Hendrickson Amp Company and the families and all of that community. They're just a really special group of people. And so we're so excited that the pandemic hit, so this last year's festival had to be postponed. And then Peter decided not to hold it again this year because of just wanted to be on the very, very safe side. So in September of 2022, there's going to be another Rocky Mountain Archtop Festival taking place right here in Arvada, Colorado. And Peter has asked me to be the featured artist for his campaign. So this will be one of a few different images that I'm working on for him. And I'm also going to be exhibiting my work at the festival, where they're going to be holding this beautiful room filled with archtop luthiers showing their guitars. And it's going to be the beginning of me creating a whole line. This is the third thing I wanted to mention. I'm going to be creating a whole line of special archtop paintings, and specifically portraits of archtop players. And also I'm playing around with the idea of doing a special piece of artwork and artworks of all the luthiers that are coming, to sort of feature them in some kind of a painting of their headstocks, because all their headstocks sort of set them all apart from each other. They're, like I said, they're artists and engineers. And so everyone has their own version of a headstock with their logo and their name on that. And they're all very special, every single one of them. So my hope is to, whoever is in agreement to having me add their headstock to some of my art, to feature them in some kind of art pieces. And there's going to be some limited edition prints. There's going to be some originals. And like I said, and it's going to, there's also going to be some portraits of some famous archtop players like Charlie Christian, George Benson, Wes Montgomery, and some female archtop players as well, who get overlooked, like Maybelle Carter and a few others that I'm going to surprise everybody with. So there'll be a few women in the mix of that, feature portrait artists of these amazing archtop players over the years. So I'm really looking forward to that learning curve and doing those portraits. I'm super excited. I know exactly what I want to be doing. So, so stay tuned for that. And if you're into guitar, and even if it's not archtop guitars, wherever you live, I recommend that you come to this festival. It's going to take place September 9th through the 11th. I believe are the dates, 2022, not this year, but 2022. And come and have a great time and surround yourself by amazing people, amazing artists, amazing guitar players, and just a really great vibe, because Arvada, Colorado is a really special place. And we are really proud that Peter is hosting it here in our little town. It means a lot, and it's going to be a really great time. So that's all I wanted to show you, was what things look like from my print shop, and how they can go from just a little 7x10 to a beautiful 18x24. Really easy to mount. It's very light. So if you don't want to have glass and frame and all of that, this is a great way to go. It's a little bit less expensive than, let's say, printing on a canvas or a piece of metal and then framing it. So I hope you like it. Stay tuned. I'll be revealing more of these pieces that are going to be a part of the Rocky Mountain Archtop Festival in the future. And thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye for now.